Hello, sir. How are you?
I am good.
I wore my Muslim hat today for you.
Good. Racist.
You know how many? Can I tell you how big an asshole you are? So, I've come up with 4 new styles of hats for the Hostile brand.
The Muslim hat range.
They're all Muslim.
Just trying to get back to your demographic.
Yeah, I try to. No, listen. So, I come up with 4 new fucking styles, and I post them all on my Instagram. And every fucking other comment, where's the Muslim hat? Where's the Muslim? Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you very much for reviewing.
I'm pretty happy how much of a impact this podcast is having on your livelihood, which is good.
It doesn't matter. Every time I saw it, I fucking laughed my ass off.
It's
so
amazing, isn't it? Like, I get trolled every day now. Like, sometimes these trolls are getting so good, I don't know whether to tell them to fuck off or not.
I just laugh, man. They're good. They're funny.
I know, but some of them are so good that I don't know whether they're being a dick or not.
I know.
They're the best ones. They're the best ones.
So what's going on? You're in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Look, I got a new mug today.
Is it a nice hockey mug?
It's a police mug.
I can't see. It's all shiny.
I know. It's a New York Police Department. That's
pretty cool. I have nothing with me that I can show you that's cool.
So how's your you're in an Airbnb in Florida or what?
No, I'm just in a hotel with a kitchen. So I've got the kitchen behind me. This literally the refrigerator.
You just cut out that whole sentence. Just cut out.
The fridge is literally right next to the bed.
That's perfect. You have to get out of bed.
It's amazing.
Have you ever seen that? You watch Seinfeld or no?
Yeah, I have done. Yeah.
You ever seen that episode where he's eating while he's having sex?
No.
Have you ever eaten? Have you ever eaten while having sex?
I probably have seen it because I have the box set. And I remember. I think I binge watched it years ago to the point now I can't discern any episodes apart from each other.
It's George. George is eating. He's eating like a sub while he's having sex. Have you ever eaten anything while having sex? Aside from whipped cream and shit like that.
Aside from the vagina.
Aside from or the ass, as Cedric would say.
Of course. And the asshole as well. No, but I do. But I have. We're starting the show with smut. Good. Have you ever used food in the bedroom?
Like to entice somebody?
No, not to because that's like pedophiles get sweets and they're like, come on, kids. I don't mean like that, trying to entice your wife in with a bowl of ice cream into the bedroom. No, I mean, like, you know how some people use like chocolate sauce or like.
Do you mean to like spice things up a little bit?
Yeah. Because I've done a couple of weird things. I didn't enjoy them at all.
Like what?
Them putting a really extra strong mint in their mouth.
What the fuck does that do?
And then they go down there and
do what? How does that make anything better?
Because it makes it really minty and really like tingly and.
Oh, they put a mint in their mouth.
Yeah, not in my mouth. I'm just sitting there getting a blowjob with a mint in the mouth. This is brilliant. So when I kiss them afterwards, I have fresh breath.
I was wondering what the fuck you're talking about. How's that do anything?
I'm trying to keep it like politically. Like, when you're getting sucked off and they have a mint in their mouth.
Yeah, that's better.
No, it's not better. It's weird.
Why? Wouldn't it amplify everything?
No, because you're like, it's cold. It's weird. And the other one is I tried once is to spice up spice things up was to use chocolate, right?
Yeah.
And
just made a mess everywhere.
I made a massive mess, and I thought really, and it was dark chocolate as well. And she didn't like it. She hated dark chocolate. So I fucked it up.
Who the fuck buys dark chocolate?
No, I think it was just what I had in the cupboard.
Oh, it was like a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't planned.
Yeah, which was funny.
I can't get into this topic. I'm married, so I'll just leave that. It's just your.
We've already agreed that you've done things with food, so I'd imagine you've had a cucumber in your bum. That's what everyone wants to know.
Never had anything in my bum.
I'm with you on that.
Have you ever had anything in your bum? Like a finger,
Yeah, but even that's a bit like. And like, I kind of wish I liked it because a lot of my friends really like it, and they say you're missing out, man. You're missing out, and but am I? But then gay men like shit in their ass as well, so there must be something to it. And
well, apparently, it's the most erogenous zone in the body.
Well, I feel like I'm a bit annoyed that I don't like it because I feel like I'm missing out on this whole world of pleasure.
I feel like you probably like it, but you're not letting yourself like it because you think it means you're gay.
No, not at all.
Then why don't you like it?
It just doesn't feel nice to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You actually don't like the feeling?
Not really, no.
Okay, wait. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about like a huge dildo in your ass, right? I mean, like
A finger.
what about just a tongue?
That's all right.
Tongue's good.
That's fine. That's like, yeah, that's different.
So you like a good
I
salad?
compare it to the fact that I hate cinnamon.
What the fuck how's that comparison?
Because I'm missing out on like Cinnabon, cinnamon rolls, apple pies, pumpkin pies.
No, this is totally different.
I'm missing out on all these foods that everyone's like they're the best.
Okay,
they are the best, and I don't like them.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay,
you're not missing out on anything as far as insertion.
Okay, good.
And if you enjoy a little bit of salad tossing, then you're good. That's because that's the best part.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah,
you're good. You're not missing anything.
Okay, good.
I
mean, put it in the comments.
What?
Put it in the comments of what people think about having stuff inserted in your anus.
Don't put it in the fucking comments.
You're going to lose that one, mate. So should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. So what else is going on this week? You're in Florida. What are you in Florida for? Tell everybody you're in Florida.
It's the Redcon 1 readiness riots this weekend. So
what does that mean to us normal people?
Well, I'm about to tell you. So the tier operators are basically like the ambassadors of the company. They sign up and they get a code and they become part of the team and they try and generate sales. They get free products. They get entered into
yeah. Like ambassadors.
Yeah, kind of thing. And once a year, Aaron puts on this big party. He basically pays for a hotel, so we get a lot cheaper rates.
Yeah,
all the tier operators can fly in. The HQ, come to the gym, hang out with all the athletes, hang out with Aaron. Loads of food, loads of stuff to do all day. So it's like a big block party tomorrow, basically.
So does he pay for how many tier operators do you have?
There's over 7,000.
So he doesn't pay for all their hotel rooms.
No. What he does is he pays the hotel a certain amount of money, so then everyone.
So you get better rates.
So you get better rates, yeah. So he.
And where is the party? At the gym?
At the gym and at the HQ. So it's like a.
Oh, okay.
So everyone gets to come and see everything.
And what is it? Just like a barbecue and like.
I'm not clear because I've never done it. So apparently last year it was really good. So like
that's pretty cool. So it's just like a fucking huge party.
Yeah, basically. And I'm here. Brian Shaw's here.
Are you going to get Brian Shaw on our podcast for fuck's sakes? Like,
I'm going to speak to him tomorrow.
Well, use some of your pull a little bit, man. You're not doing anything over here.
I provide the expert relationship advice.
Oh yeah, you saw. Well, that's gone. Are you back? Are you in a new relationship yet, or what?
No, I'm just playing it cool, mate. I'm celibate. I told you this. I told you last week, and it worked. I'm glad I told everyone I'm celibate because I got no DMs. So, not really well. Too well, maybe.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be a good party. So I'll speak to Brian tomorrow. Try and get him on.
What was I going to fucking say? I was going to say something. Oh, how was your first hockey game?
It was really good.
Yeah?
It was sick, yeah, it was.
Is it better than the hockey you have in the UK?
No, because I've never watched that because it's a girl sport for children.
Oh,
so,
okay.
It's like lawn hockey,
It's fun being at a hockey game, right?
Yeah, it was really good. And we had because there's Redcon One have got their own booth because I think they sponsor the arena and they have an agreement because I don't know if you saw my post, they had the Redcon One advertising in the middle of the thing that hovers above the rink.
Yeah.
So it was all the advertising. So obviously I think Aaron has like a room, so there's like discounted tickets and we got in there, we had a booth kind of thing.
Oh, you probably had like food and shit in there.
I fucking had loads of hot dogs. It was brilliant. Hot dogs, chicken tacos. We had a pizza come in, which I only had one slice. It's pretty good. But chicken tacos.
People would be appalled if they knew you ate like that.
I'm in America. I'm getting with the culture.
Oh, so
hockey, hot dogs, and a pretzel.
And that's
American beer.
Oh, you drank too?
No, I didn't because I.
How many drinks does it take to get Luke drunk?
We've been actually no. So after the I think the most I drank this year was after. No, it wasn't. The most beer I drank in one sitting. So after the Indie Pro this year, we went to a sports bar and I think I drank 4 or 5 yards of ale.
Yeah,
that's fine.
What's a yard of ale? Like a pint?
It's like 4 pints, I think, or 3 pints. So the big long glasses, like.
Oh, you drank 5 of those?
Yeah.
So fuck, you had like 15 beers.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'd be on the floor.
I was okay, but then like spirits don't really bother me too much.
How often do you drink?
Very rarely.
What's very rarely? Like once a month or once every 6 months?
No, yeah, probably once every 6 months, if that.
So the last couple of weeks, me and my wife have been going out. We've been trying to schedule like a date night. Because if we don't, we'll just work all time, or we'll stay home. We're both homebodies.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's make a day where we have to go out. We have to get dressed up. We have to go for dinner.
Mm.
So Saturday nights we've been going out. dude, I can't drink. I used to drink a lot when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I can't. I kind of stopped like between then and now.
Yeah.
2 drinks. I had fucking 2 glasses of whiskey, and I was like, I had a buzz. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know what you mean there, because I get that buzz feeling, that like tipsy feeling, and then from there to get really fucking drunk after that, nothing happens for a while.
Oh, yeah, I've had that too. Maybe that's why.
So like the first bit, I get that bit, which is the fun bit. The tipsy bit's the fun bit, because after that, you just start crying and feeling shit. So the tipsy bit's the best bit.
Yeah.
So, but after that, like actually, when I was in FIBO this year, I did get really drunk by accident. When I say by accident, I drank a pint of whiskey and a pint of neat gin as well.
Yeah, that's not by accident. That's
but that's because I'd been drinking cocktails all evening and nothing had happened. And I was getting really annoyed that I wasn't getting drunk.
I've been there before. That's
so
horrible.
I just drank a pint of, well, it wasn't quite, it was like a glass, a standard, whatever a glass is, like we have your Coke in here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just had a full one of whiskey and a full one of gin.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it fucking did that. It did that.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, I don't promote like drinking and bodybuilding. I don't think they go together.
No, I don't either.
And I don't know how dangerous 2 drinks is. Like when we go for dinner, like I'll have a steak and pasta. That'll be like my cheat meal.
Yeah.
And I'll have a couple drinks with it.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what? I think there's a very big difference between getting just drunk, just getting pissed, versus just having a couple of beers with a
meal.
Glass of wine. I think
you cut out there. You said having a couple glasses with dinner.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think there's a very big difference between that and getting drunk at the weekend.
But you know what? When I woke up the next morning, I think I had 3 drinks because 2 felt really good. I'm like, you know what? Bring me 1 more.
Yeah.
So I felt really good, and then I think I had a little bit of a hangover the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'm that out of drinking shape. Like it's been honestly like 4 years since I had like a good drinking night.
Yeah.
So, but I actually think I'm really enjoying it, and it might be the end of my bodybuilding career if I keep doing it.
Yeah, that's it. You're just going to become an alcoholic.
I might just be on the podcast, like
having a bit of the bubbly.
Well, I forgot what it was like.
Yeah,
because I so long without drinking, and then and plus, honestly, when you're with a girl for a really long time.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know, but like when you're with a girl,
I think you're right. I think 5 years is the longest.
That's long enough. So when you're with a girl for 5 years,
you
go to dinner and the same conversation is not the same as like the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we go and we have a couple drinks, conversations like it was the first year again.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like because we go to dinner all the time. It's our thing. And a lot of times, sometimes you're like, okay, we had dinner. We're going to go home now or go whatever to a movie, whatever. But the last couple of weeks, having a couple drinks with dinner, kind of like,
maybe it's just because it relaxes you both a little bit, so you both you can unwind a little bit, so you can just be relaxed with each other.
I think so, because we're both a little wound up, and there's a lot more laughing going on and shit. It's funny because I don't know how much it hurts bodybuilding to have 1 or 2 drinks. I don't think
it does. I honestly don't think it does at all.
You don't think it would impede my performance at all?
Not at all. Well, a couple of drinks once a week. But then it's like saying, well, how come having a huge pizza a couple of times a week versus I don't think it's a problem.
It's funny. I've always been the problem I think I'm having in my head is I've always been an all or nothing person. So in the past, I've never been a social drinker.
Yeah.
So in the past, like in my 20s when I drank, it was like, okay, we're either going to get shit-faced, blackout drunk where you have to carry me home, or we're not going to drink at all. And that's always how it was. So now this like having 2 drinks thing is like totally new to me. I didn't know you could just stop. I thought you had to keep going until you just.
No, you don't have to. It's no, I know what you mean, but I think it's like just you being able to wind down for an evening.
Yeah.
That alone makes it undoes any potential harm having some alcohol would do to you. It's like, because it's the mental stress relief just once a week. It's like having a cheat meal. Sometimes you socially eat shit.
Yeah.
Just can.
Yeah.
Just once a week to let your hair down a little bit.
Plus, it's easier to take advantage of my wife when I get home afterwards.
I was going to get to
that. Anyways, so what else is going on? You're doing this thing. When are you flying home?
Sunday.
Oh, so it's just there and back. What have you been there for 3 days now so far?
I got here on Monday. No,
okay.
Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Going home Sunday, and then I land Monday morning. And then Tuesday, I'm going to the Generation Iron premiere thing for Dorian's new movie.
Oh, yeah? How's that going to be, you think? It's going to be good?
I don't know. We'll see. So Dorian, I was invited. So myself and the owner of my gym was personally invited by Dorian, even though I've never met him.
Is he going to shit talk modern day bodybuilding for 2 hours in the movie?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. No, but like, so I'm going to that, which is cool because I've never met Dorian. So this would be quite like a nice time, I think, to have a little chat with him.
You know why I'm so disappointed in Dorian?
Why?
Because he honestly was somebody I always thought was fucking amazing.
But he was.
He was, and I'm not taking anything away from his bodybuilding prowess. I just wish he was more helpful to modern day bodybuilding instead of talk down about it. Because he was just he was a mentor for me. Obviously he didn't know he was my mentor, but like coming up, I would always look at him and Ronnie and go, look at the fucking work ethic.
But maybe it's a lot of the times, I think, if that's the current state of bodybuilding and that's what he believes, and maybe it is our responsibility to change his mind.
No, I agree with that as well. I don't think we don't share any of the. I shouldn't even say me. I haven't competed in like 3 years, but I don't think bodybuilders don't accept any responsibility.
Yeah,
I think times have just changed a bit, and like Lee Priest commenting that I have to take my phone out of my bag. That's kind of, you got to move along with the times and just come up with a new complaint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to be such an amazing, okay, I'll give you this example. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, greatest icon ever in bodybuilding. Okay.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger does everything possible to promote bodybuilding.
He does.
He does bodybuilding shows, and he gives out tons of prize money and huge expos, and it's all in promotion of bodybuilding.
It's true.
So when Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to the crowd and goes, these motherfuckers have big guts, and this is fucking unacceptable, and they need to fucking do something about it because it's bullshit, and this is not bodybuilding. You can't attack him for it because all he's done all his life is promote the sport.
Yeah.
I don't get that same sense from other people that complain about it. I don't.
That's a good point.
And that's the part that's disturbing about it. I would like to see them promote the sport as much as possible. And then when they have a complaint, it doesn't just sound like somebody who's complaining for the fuck of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it would be much better. Like when Arnold said it, nobody talked back. Because you know how much he loves the sport. You know how much he wants to promote it.
Yeah.
So you can't say shit. You're like, yeah, maybe he's got a fucking point.
It was good when he had Kai up there and he told Kai to do a vacuum.
I don't remember that, really.
You remember the vacuum, and Kai was like, you cunt. He just couldn't. He just like, it was, because I always got the opinion that Arnold just didn't like Kai's physique.
I don't think he does. I think he loves Cedric's physique.
Yeah, he does.
He likes the classic physique, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody's got their own preference. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, if you're gonna shit on the sport, make sure it's constructive and also promote the sport at the same time.
Yeah, I think maybe with Dorian, maybe he just feels like he can say what he wants because he feels like he's given everything he's had to give.
There is absolutely no doubt that Dorian is the epitome of fucking work ethic, and he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah,
I would just like to see somebody that's so respected. I don't know, maybe channel it in a different way. Like, you know.
I mean, I have heard him say a lot of positive things as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't. I think that's why I feel this way. I haven't heard him say anything positive about modern day bodybuilding.
No, I think I have. He said there are a lot of guys coming up that are really putting it in. Like,
yeah.
I haven't heard him say any names, but I know he's
got a good relationship with you, so I mean that means something.
Well, we know because I've never met him really. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's talking about me. I think it's more. He can see there are a lot. I mean, obviously he's more involved with British bodybuilding, but over here, all the pros here do work hard. I'm saying here, I'm in Florida. And I think he's noticing that just a lot of up and coming guys have a bit more of an old school mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's good, man. You know what? Regardless of his opinions of modern day bodybuilding, he's a fucking icon. And I can't wait to watch the movie either.
Yeah. Talking about British bodybuilding, a little bit of news today. I saw that Nathan Asha is heading back out to Kuwait. Why?
I thought he was crushing it. Why is he going back out there?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's not. Wow, this is the thing. It's like he's had his more losses this season than he's ever had as a pro. I think, which isn't a reflection on him because he still looked great. And he arguably was better when he was in Kuwait. So maybe he's seen the fact that wants to take it back to where he was. He wants to improve. Maybe he feels it's better for him to step away from the responsibility and the stress of running his gym and go and focus on being 100% a bodybuilder again.
So what's he going to do with his gym? Is his gym going to go away?
Oh, I do believe he's got another half that will look after it for him.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know, man.
He has partners and staff as well.
In my opinion, if you go to Kuwait, you're going to Kuwait because you need to make a change because you're not.
That's what I mean. That's what he mean. He just thinks he needs to be better because without.
No, I know, but you didn't let me finish that sentence. The finishing part was, you would go if you need to make a change because you're not doing well. But he's fucking winning shows. I don't understand.
He won a show where he arguably could have beaten Cedric. He could have beaten. Well, I mean, he lost.
Well, he won one show earlier in the year, or two earlier in the year.
Yeah, but so the show he won earlier in the year, it wasn't very deep, and that's not taking anything away from him. I think. Yeah, but what I mean is, he used to be up there with like the top. He should have been like a top 5 Olympian. And if people like Cedric, in his eyes, are beating him, because I think Nathan a couple of years ago when he was bigger would have beaten Cedric.
I don't think so. Saying people like Cedric is not a normal sentence, because if Cedric's beating you, that's not a bad thing.
When I mean people like Cedric, I said like what I mean by that is Nathan used to he was considered up there with that echelon of pros. He was one of the he was an
up and comer. He was an up and
comer. No, he was another William Bonner. He was another it's a Cedric, one of those top guys.
I never saw him there.
Not quite a Roden or a Phil Guy. You didn't see? I did. I think that's where he was, and I don't think he's looked at that now because he's lost a couple of times this year. I think he wants to go back to when he was his best. He was in Kuwait, and as good as he has looked this year, he isn't as good as he was in terms of he's not as big.
Where do you think he would have placed if he was allowed to do the Olympia this year?
Oh, he would have been like 4th or 5th.
You think he would have beat Cedric?
Yes, 100%. Because Nathan's never off, and Cedric still wasn't.
Cedric was a little off, yeah.
He was really off. I don't think he should have been anywhere near that high, Cedric, personally, and I love Cedric.
Yeah. I had him on the podcast yesterday.
Nathan, I haven't watched it yet. And Nathan's super consistent, so Nathan would have been right.
Yeah. I think Nathan is a great bodybuilder. I just never put him in that William Bonac.
See, that's to me where he kind of was like on the edge of that.
He was getting there. There.
But then he's kind of slipped away from that because he's lost a couple of shows.
Yeah.
And here, I think
I guess to sum up my view on Nathan is I think he's an awesome bodybuilder with a lot of potential, but I don't think he's there yet.
No, he's not.
Like if he stepped on the Olympia stage in this year, I still think Kukla would have beat him.
Maybe. Yeah, so that would have been
sixth or 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is still amazing. I mean, you're fucking
great. But no, I'm excited to see what Nathan does now because no doubt he won't just do the Olympia next year, even though he's already qualified.
Yeah. So you're positive he's going over there again?
I saw he posted it earlier and said it beta.
Oh, okay. Hey, did you see the Bob Ciccarello thing?
No.
With Dave, oh my God, dude! Dave fucking Palumbo blasted him like so bad.
Why?
You got to watch the video. He called him a bitch and a rat, like all this shit.
Why? What did Bob Chick even do?
Okay, if it's true, which Dave's got a lot of evidence, Bob Ciccarello is a piece of shit. To be honest,
but why? What happened?
So, Dave Palumbo was talking about being on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch his podcast, but it's like the biggest thing in the fucking world, right?
Yeah.
So Dave Palumbo wants to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. So he says, I'm not going to ask. Why don't you guys all ask? So I guess all of his viewers started messaging Joe Rogan, and they're like, get Dave on. Dave knows everything about bodybuilding, blah, blah, blah. So Joe Rogan's got an assistant. His name's Jamie Vernon that helps him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie reaches out to Dave to come on the show.
Damn.
So I'm like, that's pretty crazy, right? That they're considering having Dave on the show. Yeah. So, and Dave would be a good representative of the sport. He's very well versed in how the body works and fucking knows all the players for decades. I mean, it would be amazing, right?
Yep.
Jamie Vernon sends an email and he's like, hey, Dave, do you know this guy, Bob Ciccarello? And Dave's like, yeah, why? And he's like, this is the email he sent me. And it's an email basically saying, and you can go watch the video, but it basically says, Dave's a piece of shit. and he doesn't represent bodybuilding well, and here are all the reasons why. And he goes on to like mention him going to jail and fucking all this shit. His body doesn't look right, and he never turned pro. And I'm like, what fucking business is it of fucking Bob's to do that? Then he sends another email, because the first one wasn't good enough apparently. Sends another email, and you can see in the picture that Dave shows on the video, it says IFBB Pro Rep at AOL, which is Bob Ciccarello's email.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Dave's also a racist. It's like a paragraph this long, basically telling him why Dave's a racist and why he shouldn't have him on the show. And I'm like, I don't know if any of this is true, so I hate to like spread shit that's not true, but he's got 2 separate emails from Jamie Vernon. And yeah, I'm like, I don't know why you would do that to somebody.
I don't know. I kind of want to see Dave on the Joe Rogan podcast even more now.
I know. We should all start messaging. Everybody start messaging Joe Rogan even more.
We should get Bob. Try and get Bob Ciccarello on as well.
No. Because you know what? I think my personal opinion is that's why, if it's true, that's why Bob did it. I think Bob thinks he speaks for bodybuilding.
Maybe.
And I don't think Bob speaks for bodybuilding at all. I don't think any pros, like as far as the athletes rep, I don't think he's doing anything spectacular for the athletes to change things for us or anything like that. So I think he's the one that wanted to go on the show and represent bodybuilding. And I think Dave's a better representative than Bob is. You're gone. Are you back? There you go.
No, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because
I don't want you to say anything that's gonna hurt.
No, I honestly don't really have an opinion because I like both of them. And
how don't you? You gotta have an opinion, man. That's like if you're trying to fuck a girl, and I was
I mean,
like, don't fuck Luke. He's fucking gross.
Yeah, right. No, fair enough. No, I mean, I meant about, but I kind of meant more about what Bob's intentions were, but like, does he want to do it? And I meant I don't have an opinion on who's the voice of bodybuilding or who should be.
I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one voice, but
no. But my opinion of if that's true, that's a shitty thing to do. But it's pretty funny.
You should see Dave go off, man. His fucking videos, like, he's like, I don't usually see Dave really angry. You know, you see him on Iron Debate and stuff, but like, he's like, you could tell he's fucking pissed. So it was pretty fucking cool. But I think if Bob wanted to be on the show, he should have just messaged that guy and been like, look, I'm the athlete's rep for bodybuilding, and make your own case.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to be able to make your own case, be like, look, this is what my credentials are, blah, blah, blah. You should probably have me on.
That's definitely a better way of doing it.
Yeah, rather than just...
I'm going to watch this video after this. That sounds funny.
Do it. I put some... I put a Q&A thing up. We got like 100... We got like 130 comments in like an hour.
That's fucking mad, isn't it?
The first question is thoughts on Dave Palumbo ripping Bob Chicken New One.
You've had it answered.
This is a good one. When did you guys get your highest max weights on the big three, and what were they? This is going to be interesting. Fucking Luke's like 1,000-pound squat.
No, I've done. Let me work out. I'll work out in pounds.
I'll start with mine because they're shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So, my best bench is probably I think it was 505, and for one. No, it might have been two. I don't remember. I think it was like one clean one.
Okay, I've never done a single, like a one rep max.
Okay, well, what's your best weight for reps? I guess then.
Actually, no. I've done a one rep max on a
bench.
On a deadlift.
No, on a bench. Start with bench.
Oh, I've done 5 plates for like 2 or 3 reps.
That's your best ever.
Yeah, I think I think I could probably incline press 5 plates for reps.
I did 4 plates for reps. I've never done 5.
I think I could do like 3 or 4.
I think my best lift ever for bench was 4 plates for 10 reps. Actually, I did one. I still have a video of it. I can prove this. Actually, I should plug it in right here so people don't think I'm lying. I did 4 plates for like 8 reps, but they were pause reps. That's
pretty crazy.
It was like a 1 or 2 second pause at the bottom of every rep.
I've started doing that. I don't often go above 4 plates anymore because I posted a video the other day of me doing incline with 4 plates, and I just try and make it way harder.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what you should do at your size, man. It's not doing doubles and triples doesn't make sense.
No, fuck that. So my best ever deadlift was 836 pounds.
How many plates is that?
That's 9 each side.
You're a fucking beast, man. What the fuck? I don't want to say mine now, but I think I've always been a weak deadlifter, and I think the best I ever did was 550, like five plates and a quarter.
And I've done like 704 pound squat, but I think I did like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but was it like a curtsy or was it an actual squat?
No, I can't curtsy. It destroys my knees. I like fucking sit down.
Did you say 740? What is that? 8 plates?
704. So I think it's about 7.5 plates.
That's fucking crazy, man. Again, my squat too. I think for me, a lot of it is a mental block.
That was a very long time ago when I did that squat. I'm shit at squats now.
Yeah. Well, the bigger you get, the harder it is to the flexibility.
I think what it is like I used to just squat and fucking stand up.
Yeah.
And now when I squat, I'm like, oh, I activate my quads.
You're thinking of the mechanics of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's made me much weaker because I think about the entire rep as I'm doing it.
You know, I noticed that with I started lifting with some younger guys. It's funny, actually. I was lifting with a younger kid that we may sign to the hostile team. And we were doing leg press. And I had like, I don't know, 12 plates or something on the leg press. And I always control my negatives. And he fucking sits down and he's just like dropping it on himself and just springing back up through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember when I was because it's like he's really strong and I feel weak, but at the same time, it's what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm not just doing the rep. I'm thinking about every muscle while I'm doing it.
That's my always been my way of training. Like I always want to make. So.
Yeah, but when you're younger, you don't know that. Yeah.
But like everything else, I try and use my chest.
Say that again. Sorry. Sorry.
So pretty much like with my squat and deadlift, I used to just do it.
Yeah.
Everything else I used to do like more methodically, trying to use my muscle.
Yeah.
And that's why like I just sucked the squats. In terms, they did nothing for my legs because all I was doing was squatting.
Yeah, you weren't focusing on it.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think for me I have a serious mental block, and this is even before I started hurting myself. Every time I get to 5 plates on something, my body feels different.
5 plates is fucking heavy on anything. I don't really go above 5 plates.
No, but it's weird because if I do I've done 5 plate squats before.
Yeah.
And they feel heavy, but they don't feel heavy. Like I know I could probably put more on the bar.
Yeah.
You know when you do something for like 6 reps and you can tell if you're dying at the 6 reps or you're like, I could probably do 4 more, but I'm scared, so I'm going to rack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how I am with the 5 plate squat is like, I can do it. Like I can knock out 4 plates for 15 reps. Like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can do 5, but once I get to 5, that's it. It's like my body changes the mechanics.
Well, yeah, the thing is like, you've had like quite a few injuries and tears.
No, but I'm talking about before.
No, I'm just wondering if like you're genetically like that's one of your.
I'm prone to them.
You're just like your body just like I have obviously that's one of my strengths. I haven't touched wood, injured myself in the gym because
but
so I'm wondering if with you and with a lot of powerlifters, like their joints are just so much stronger. I don't know. It's like their mind isn't trying to protect them, and whereas yours is your body.
Yeah, but you're 31. When I was 31, I had no tears yet. I had 1 tear at that point, and I was still weight felt like nothing.
Okay.
You got to remember, a lot of the tears started for me at like 30, 35.
Okay.
And then it's just been a fucking snowball. Every year there's something new.
I thought you had some injuries from when you were younger.
I had one. At 21 years old, I was 2 weeks out from my very first show, and I tore the furthest part of your hamstring. There's 3 strips there. Okay. The furthest one on the left, I ripped it right off the bone. Doing 4 plate stiff leg deadlifts. That was all Anadrol's fault. It's my first time doing Anadrol, man. I felt like a fucking.
I do get way more scared when I train now, though.
Oh yeah, well, because you have a lot more to lose when you're 20. Exactly. When you're 20 and you're lifting, you don't have to pay any bills. You don't have any sponsors. You don't have any fucking. You're not trying to win any fucking huge shows. It doesn't fucking matter what happens.
No, and it's like I've started doing this thing now where I keep finding myself doing it. And then I'm like, I don't know whether I'm just overthinking it. Because like,
what are you doing?
I trained back last night.
Yeah.
At like midnight after the ice hockey game.
Why the fuck? After all the pizza and beer?
No, yes. I trained. I trained yesterday, but really late, and I didn't do anything super heavy, but I made everything way harder.
Yeah.
I was over egging the form basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sore as shit today.
Yeah, that happened to me
And
when
I keep finding myself doing that, and I'm wondering if like I'm just going to get worse doing it that way, or whether I can still make improvements doing things like that every now and then.
My personal opinion is you can't make improvements if you keep doing that all the time, but it's good to throw those things in once in a while.
That's kind of what I meant. Like,
yeah,
because I still do the heavy stuff, but then I'm finding myself like every now and then, like my left shoulder is giving me shit at the moment. Nothing seems to be wrong with my actual shoulder. There's just the pain that keeps moving around because something's tight somewhere. Yeah. Yesterday, it just so happened to hurt when I was pulling.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm not going to aggravate it, so I just trained a lot lighter. I made everything way harder.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking so sore.
Yeah, I did that one day. I had a problem with my knee. So I went in, I did single leg extensions and single leg press, and I did just a whole bunch of bullshit exercises, super light.
Yeah.
But I made them all really, really slow and like really contract, like held the contraction, held the pause. And my legs were fucked the next day. Fucked.
Yeah.
But I tried that 2 more weeks in a row, and by the 3rd week, I was getting no soreness.
Yeah, but then I don't get any soreness just from my normal training.
My legs are fucked right now.
Like I don't think soreness is like a reflection of how productive a session is.
I know people say that, but I think some soreness is warranted.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it's like what kind of more meant is when you're super fucked doesn't mean the session.
No. I think John actually taught me that. John was like, look, if you're fucked for 6 days, you went overboard.
Yeah.
He's like, a good amount of time is like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting sore at all, I think if your legs are so sore that you can barely stand up the next day, is that too much? That's how I feel right now. Today, it's the 2nd day after legs, and I am I'm fucked. Like I'm sitting here right now, my legs hurt.
Yeah. Well, I've had it a couple of times where I've just literally not been able to like walk the next day because it was that like, or I continuously get cramps, and it just felt like every fiber was torn to shreds. Okay,
wait a minute. Let's hash this out. So you think if you train legs and you're not sore the next day, you think that's okay?
No. I mean,
I'm just asking you.
I'm talking the degree of soreness. Like being sore, like you touch it, and like, fuck, I'm really sore. And when you're moving around, it's a little bit stiff and a little bit tender.
Yeah,
that's fine. But I'm talking like when you're like crippled.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
like all your knees hurt, your hips hurt, your every fucking fiber in your whole entire legs hurt.
Yeah,
and even like if to sit down on the toilet hurts. You know when you've had those days.
Yeah, where you're like half sit and then you have to just drop the rest of the way.
Yeah. Is that too much? That's what I mean. Is that too much?
But that's my point. I don't think it's too much if you're recovering within 3 or 4 days.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But what I'm asking you is, if you let's say you bust your ass in the gym, or you think you busted your ass in the gym.
Yeah.
And you wake up the next day, you're not sore at all. Are you not working as hard as you should be, or are you just?
I'm not sure, because in contest prep I rarely get sore. Like I think a lot of the time, if I get an insane pump, I get really sore. I
don't get a sore during contest prep either.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means though, because maybe the reduction of carbs is reducing the inflammation.
Maybe, but what I mean is as well. So when I have, like I say, I have a high carb day.
Yeah.
The next day I train, and the pump is just insane.
Yeah, but then you get sore.
Then I'll get sore again.
But that's my point. So I'm wondering, with the reduction of carbs, if maybe it's less inflammation, and that's why you're not so sore.
Possibly as well. I also notice I get more reps with certain weights when I'm flat.
Yeah.
Like I remember
your endurance is better.
Yeah, I remember like 2 weeks out, I was incline pressing 3 plates, and I think I did something stupid, like 23 reps or something.
Yeah.
And even me and Ben were like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, I just didn't feel it. I couldn't get a pump. I wasn't slowed down, and then off season you're doing the same way, and I'll get to like 6, and I'm so blown up I can't have to wreck it.
But is that better?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know. But then I would be way more sore from the off season session than say the pre-contest. But
I don't think either one of us is smart enough to really distinguish what's happening.
No, that's 100% true. I don't know. I like my thing is like being sore is fine. Being too sore is probably too much.
Yeah.
And there has been times when I have been too sore.
See, that's my problem. Back in the day when I was training at my absolute hardest, I used to feel like a failure if I wasn't sore till the next time I trained legs. I used to consistently be sore for fucking 6 days.
Yeah.
I would be like just finally starting to feel better, and it would be time for legs again.
Yeah. And see, I'm normally sore with legs for like 2-3 days.
Yeah. Now I am, yeah.
Not 5, 6, 7 days.
Yeah. Is Luke still looking for a training partner, camera holder, back shaver? Asking for a friend.
No, not really.
This guy wants to train with you. I think that's what he's getting at.
Well, so
I want to answer this one real quick. Actually, go ahead. Are you looking for a partner or no?
what training partner?
That's what he's asking you.
No, I mean I have a couple of people that I train with already. So
sorry, buddy, you're out of luck. He's already got a couple training partners. No, this guy's asking updates in working with the research station, and I want to answer.
I haven't even mentioned it. I mean, I mentioned it a lot on the last episode. I haven't given it any thought since, or I haven't spoken to him since.
I just want to answer this because I think a lot of people are under the impression that I am working with them, and I'm not. I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm not working with the research station. I had Mike on because I thought his theories were interesting, but he is not coaching me. I'm not working with him. I put my protocol on Instagram like last week or something like that. It's just Dante's blood pressure protocol.
Yep.
With very minimal test and GH, and that's it. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on my Instagram somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not either working with him, but that's just because I haven't made any decisions. I've spoken to him. I'm interested in his approach, but I haven't made a decision. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. What are the differences in terms of diet and gear in other divisions? Like to men's physique, guys eat less or also take less gear.
I don't think that's. I think they do eat less. Yeah, they eat less.
I think they eat less. I don't think they take less gear.
No, I don't think they train the same way that we do.
That's not true. Some of them train pretty fucking hard.
No, the same way that we do.
You mean like in what way? What do you mean?
Like they're not doing like heavy deadlifts and squats and big heavy.
No, man. I see Bumstead fucking deadlifting.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking like the men's.
Yeah, I've never seen a men's physique. I don't really follow any men's physique guys, but I don't think I've ever seen any of them deadlifting.
No, but it's like Ryan Terry as an example, just because I know Ryan. He trains insanely hard, and he does train like a bodybuilder, but his training is a bit different.
Yeah.
Like he's training specifically for that look. Just like a bikini guy would train mostly glutes or...
So it'd be less compound movements.
No, it's just way more specific. Like he'll spend much more time on his midsection and like...
Yeah. I think there's a common misconception that the size of the athlete dictates how much steroids are on. And I think that's false. I think I know amateur bodybuilders. I know amateur men's physique guys. I know some girls who I'm like, I look at their stacks and I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
That looks like a bodybuilder stack.
Yeah.
So don't be fooled by the size of the athlete dictating how much gear they're on.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we should actually answer a lot of these questions today.
I got another one here. Do you guys listen to stand-up comedians and your top 3 favorite comedy movies? No particular order. Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's probably first for me. And Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, and Bill Burr.
I honestly don't know.
You don't watch enough stand-up?
No. I like Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's so good.
He's so dry. He's such an asshole. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
He's totally racist.
He's so good. He's so good. No, I mean, I like stand-up, but I'm not like a big stand-up guy. Like, it's not like...
What about movies? What about comedy movies?
Again, I don't really find comedy movies that funny.
No?
No, I like really dry. Like, I would say my 3 favorite...
what kind of movies do you watch then?
It's just sci-fi.
Yeah, you're like a comic
books.
You're like a comic book nerd.
Yeah, and like fancy stuff.
We're opposite that way. I don't think
like,
that's...
no, just comedy movies. They're good, but I'm never like, this is amazing. Like,
yeah, I'm never like rolling around fucking on my ass laughing.
No, like, but most of I don't know what it is. I think like things like The Office, the real Office, like the English version, things like that.
Well, the American version is pretty good too. No?
It's not the same. It's really
no, I've never seen the English version.
The English version is Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's genius. And like, there's a show on Netflix called Norseman. Have you heard of this?
No.
So they're Vikings. They're all the actors are Norwegian, and they're a Viking village. Obviously, it looks great. It looks like something like Game of Thrones or the series Vikings.
Yeah.
But they act like modern day Norwegians.
Yeah.
And they're really dry and very, very polite.
Yeah,
It's fucking hilarious.
Do you have to be from that part of the world to get it though?
Well, I'm not from Norway. I've never been to Norway.
Yeah, but you're close to there.
No, not at all. It's very much like The Office kind of humor. It's just really it's a bit like
what is it called? Norseman, like Nor.
Yeah, Norseman. Yeah, and it's a little bit like Monty Python as well.
All right,
a bit drier. It's
okay, so I'm gonna check that out. All right, let's move on. Middle of the night cravings. What do you do about them? Are we talking about diet or not?
Well, if I'm off season, I'll just eat.
Yeah, me too. What if you're not What if you're not off season?
I don't eat. Like if I'm off season, I do eat. If I'm pre-contest, I don't eat.
It's pretty much that simple. There's not really another answer.
No, I mean one thing that's really, really bad. I'll drink a lot of water, or I'll put mouthwash in my mouth.
Oh, that kills it.
No, it doesn't kill it. It just stops you wanting to eat anything. It just stops you wanting to because your taste buds are all minty, so you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you.
There was a day, I think it was I don't remember what show it was, but I was fucking starving. I think it was my third show. I lost 80 pounds for that fucking prep.
Damn.
I was 23, I think. I was 286 pounds that off season. It was like first coming up, so it was like a really fat, sloppy 286. Yeah. And I ended up on stage at like 204 or something like that.
Fucking hell.
But it was a 20-week diet, and I fucking was peeling weight off. I remember starving and then getting up at like 2 a.m, and I drove to Pizza, and it was closed, and I parked in front of the fucking window and just stared at the menu for like 5 minutes. And I just sat there. Then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? And I just drove away, and I went back home. But
it's so funny. Like shit like that. Sometimes that actually really, really like when I was when I was in prepping for the Arnold, I was watching the Great British Bake Off. Yeah.
Oh, you can do that when you're prepping? You watch food shows?
Yeah, when they're like that, so like I'll watch it's like if I watch all the dishes they cook are so not my kind of food.
What show is that? That cut out for a second, sorry.
The Kitchen Nightmares when He has the two teams. The type of food they make on there is very gourmet. Yeah. It's not the kind of I just want to eat like a huge fucking plate of ribs and like
I get it.
Mac and cheese. And so that kind of stuff doesn't make me hungry, but it does put me off wanting to eat shit for some reason.
Yeah. I get it. You know what? I just remembered a trick. It's not really a trick, but I just drink pop. I don't drink a lot of Diet Coke or anything like that. Yeah. But if I'm fucking starving, like I'm dying, I used to get, it doesn't have to be like pop necessarily. I used to get the carbonated water. Yeah. They have carbonated flavored water.
Yep.
And if I drink anything carbonated, it just fills my stomach.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, good. I can go back to sleep.
The mouthwash one in the middle of the night is pretty good, though.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
Yeah.
It's probably better than drinking a bunch of carbonated fucking diet pop.
Or that, or just brush your teeth or something.
That's never, I tried that. It doesn't do shit.
Yeah. To me, it helps a bit. Like if I'll drink a load of water, fill my stomach up with water, and then I'll have brush my teeth or have some mouthwash, and my hand's all minty, and it just kind of tricks me into not wanting to eat anything.
Isn't that such a fucked up question, though? I get that question all the time. What do you do when you want a snack? I'm like,
I don't.
I don't. So fucking answer. I'm hungry.
It's like, what's the best way to not eat shit? Discipline.
Yeah. Well, because people think that we have some kind of secret, and I'm like, no, we suffer just like you guys do. We just don't fucking do it.
Yeah, we just don't suffer as much as Lee Priest.
No, 4,500 calories is super fucking low. I don't know how he could survive on such a low amount.
All right, let's pick some more questions.
Dorian versus Jay Cutler. Come on, that's not Dorian versus Jay Cutler. What do you think?
Dorian.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're very different, but Dorian just because everyone's obsessed with condition as well.
You think Jay was bigger though?
Jay was way bigger, I think.
Yeah. How would Luke feel about standing next to Kai, Rami, Phil in 2020?
Really small and shit, probably.
Opinion on drinking BCAAs versus EAAs during a workout?
100% EAAs. That's
100%.
That's not even a question because essential aminos contain the branched chain aminos and 6 more.
That's right.
So it's an absolute no-brainer.
That's right. Any company who's still using branch chains, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to generalize, but
no. But do you know what the weird thing is? Some people just are so convinced by branch chains they won't change.
Yeah, but if you're trying to get a complete range of aminos, why the fuck would you just choose branch chains?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
People are so stubborn. People are still like, yeah, I have like 50 grams of glutamine a day. It doesn't do anything. just to let you know, mate. Or they're like, yeah, I take CLA year round. Hey, you're wasting your fucking time.
Because that person read an article 5 years ago
Yeah.
and is convinced that
Yeah,
that's.
and it's the same with branch chains. They're like, well, it stimulates protein synthesis.
And then people are like, oh, see, they fucked with you. They're probably still fucking with you. But the real truth is we're just learning all the time.
When it's not even that, one of my beliefs, it's not like fucking Father Christmas. The things that I've been led to believe is quite a few years ago, they couldn't make essential aminos quite water soluble properly, so you'd get like a foamy.
You get that foam at the top.
Yeah, so which is something they've got rid of. They've kind of fixed now, and they're really difficult to flavor, which is why for a while ours tastes really good. Yeah, no, but no, they used to be.
Oh, it used to be, yeah.
So they used to be really difficult to flavor, and they used to be really difficult to make water soluble, like 100%.
Yeah,
which is why I think companies now are opting for branch chains because they were just easier and cheaper to manufacture.
Yeah, no, we got ours are fermented. Yep. Meaning they're vegan based, vegetable based.
Kai will like them.
Kai will like them. He's on a plant based.
No, you said we're going to talk about Kai in a sec.
All right, but yeah, so and they mix really easily, and this taste is actually pretty good. So I was actually pleasantly surprised with that.
That's good. Yeah,
what's going on with Kai?
Well, you remember like a week ago he said, I've watched Game Changers.
Yeah. I saw that,
and I'm thinking about going plant based. A week later, he has an ebook out.
Yeah, I saw that. I hate that.
I think that's not cool.
I don't like it. Can I tell you the honest to God truth?
Yeah.
Because my wife is part owner of our company.
Yes.
And I said to her, and I'm not going to say what I saw, but it was something along those same lines. And I said, can we please never, ever do this? And she goes, what? If we're going to try something new, let's just come out with a video and say we're trying something new because we want to release this product to go with this trial. Or we're going to do the trial, and if we like it, we're going to release a product after, which is just being straight up and open, right? Because I feel like it's like, why are you trying to like fucking trick people? Like, I'm doing this plant-based thing when really you have something on the back burner coming out.
Or he genuinely did just knock a book together in a week.
I don't think it's hard to knock a book out in a week, but
no, it's not. But it
doesn't look optically. It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good because obviously he doesn't. He's either played everyone. He's been doing the plant based thing for a while, which isn't true. Because when I saw him here a couple of weeks ago, he was eating meat. Yeah. So or he's just become an expert in a week and he's just trying to monetize it straight away.
I mean, I don't know. That is the way marketing works. You kind of release something and you get everybody talking about it, and then you release a product that goes with it. But it's in such a small industry, it seems disingenuous. It's like, just tell people, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to come out with a plant-based ebook, but I want to try it first and see how it goes.
Yeah, for a week.
I think a lot, but I think a lot more people would buy the ebook.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, oh, okay.
Even if he said with his marketing, he said, I've spoken to a lot of professionals and they helped me put a book together. Can they help you guys do bodybuilding? And know what to do. Yeah. Just like an instruction manual.
Yeah. It's just about being fucking open, man. I just don't like, I think that's really shitty. I don't want to go any further with it.
Yeah. Right. So let's see. There's more questions.
Not bodybuilding related, but I know Fouad is a UFC fan. Who's your all-time favorite fighter? I guess you hate UFC, right? So
I hate it. I just don't follow it.
Why don't you? You should follow it.
I've tried to watch it. I just don't care. I just watch it.
How can you not like two guys beating the shit out of each other?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't care.
See, if you said that about boxing, because I can't watch boxing, but it's because it's so long.
See, I don't mind boxing as much. I actually prefer boxing.
Why?
I don't know.
But it's like 12 rounds.
I think it's because it's a bit slower and a bit more methodical. And like, to me, the UFC looks like, which is going to sound bad, but this is only because I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
It's like two dogs, and they're throwing a sausage into the ring, and the dogs have gone mental over like scrapping over a sausage.
It's because you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Exactly, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to look. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I don't, and I don't know anyone. I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard when you don't know anybody.
And I don't know any of the disciplines. You know, like I can watch WWE or AEW and be like, this is cool.
But it's fake.
I know, but it's fun because it's supposed to be entertaining. You know,
yeah, I grew out of that.
I know, but it's still just fun to watch.
I grew out of it at like 11.
You're Canadian as well. And then, like, if you it's purely entertaining, but UFC is only entertaining if you're into it.
No, I think this is the thing I love about UFC. You could take anybody off the street, sit them down and go, watch these two guys beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
How's that not entertaining?
No, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying it's not entertaining. I'm not into it.
I'm going to convert you.
Okay.
I'm going to start texting you the bios of some of the guys.
Okay.
Because once you learn the guys, then you'll actually enjoy it more.
Because I'm one of these guys that loves looking into fictional things that aren't even real and spending all my time knowing.
That's true. But you're also a guy that likes violence.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you watch the Nature is Metal page and you watch
but that's not violence. That's
how's that not violent? It's like a bear mauling a fucking live moose.
But it's not. Yeah, but that's seeing the truth in nature. That page is brutal.
Yeah, well, two guys beating the shit out of each other for dominance is also the truth in nature.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
By the way, somebody in here asked. I saw it earlier. Somebody goes, "Who would win in a boxing match, me or you?"
God, probably you because you watch UFC.
Yeah, I learned some shit. I watched it.
Well, yeah, but I watched all the movies.
Oh, here it is. Reese O'Reilly says, who'd win in a boxing fight out of you guys?
Me, because I like boxing and you don't.
You'd probably win. I'd gas out after like 30 seconds. I got zero.
I think we both would.
It'd be the worst fight ever.
You know, when they start hugging, when they're having a little break, we'll just do that for the whole 12 rounds.
Yeah, the first 30 seconds would be exciting. Then it'd be fuck all. Will Brandon Curry be Mr. Olympia in 2020?
No.
You don't think so, eh? You're like you're certain.
I just don't think he will. I'm not certain. I just don't think he will. I mean, only based on let's say Phil, Rami, and Roden will come back. I don't think he'll be able to beat all three.
Yeah, it's a tough call between him and Roden.
I think again when we said that
it's also a tough call between him and Phil because Phil's fucking getting older.
And even if Rami has 100%, it's hard to tell.
Rami at 100% kills everybody. I think
exactly. So exactly, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Piss your pants in public once a week or shit your pants in private daily. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I'd probably shit myself in private daily. Because I'd do it. Because if I'm by myself in private at home, and I shit myself, that's just like an alarm.
Who the fuck is this guy? Let me see.
That just tells me it's time to have a shower. It's just like having an alarm clock to remind me to shower.
Jay Barnes. All right. Honestly, seriously, you'd shit your pants once a day? What if there was a time limit? You had to sit in it for like 30 minutes.
You can't just start adding stuff to it.
I'm adding to it.
Okay, well, no,
it's fucking our show. I can add whatever I want.
Right, well, let's say you have to piss yourself in the most embarrassing scenario in public once a week.
You have to give me the scenario. You can't just say.
Well, I don't know. Like you're.
I'm on a date with my wife.
You're on a date with your wife. You stood in. I don't know. You have to be stood in front of people. Like you're in a meeting. Say you're in a marketing meeting. You've got like your little sheet with your pointer on it.
Yeah.
Looking at your business graphs in front of all your business people, and you just piss yourself in front of them all, and they just see this big, dark, wet patch appear at your crotch.
Okay, but you're gonna shit your pants and sit in it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather piss myself.
Oh, you'd rather piss yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because if you wear black pants, you can piss yourself. No one will see.
Yeah, unless it smells.
I can't believe how nonsense this fucking show is, man.
I'm still looking for the questions.
Okay. Thoughts on test only first cycle? How'd you both go about your first cycle?
I think I used like just an amp of Sustanon and an amp of Deca a week.
I used two compounds. I used Sustanon and Winstrol.
I used Sustanon and Deca.
Yeah. I never thought of this. It's funny. This is the only time in my life I've used just test. And it's not really considered a cycle. It's like TRT, but.
And you look really big and you're pretty lean too.
I'm 280 and I feel like I'm getting leaner. And I think it's, if you want the honest to God truth,
yeah.
I think it's because I'm getting healthier. Like I feel better.
Yeah.
And I think my body's functioning a lot better than it was when I was taking a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And I was toxic as fuck. But I also feel weak as fuck, and I don't have that really blown out feeling that I like.
You like the football face, basketball head.
Basketball head, yeah. What's the heaviest you've been in your off season, and how did it affect your everyday living? I think we've been over this before.
I normally get to about 300. I'm around 300 right now.
What is your highest you've ever been?
About 305 for about 2 days.
308 was my highest. Same thing for like 2 days.
Yeah.
I normally stay comfortably at like 94 to 98.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at some of these questions. These are good questions, though.
Do you believe in calories in or in calories out or macros? Why or why not?
It's the same thing. So calories in versus calories out.
I think he's saying is a calorie a calorie. I think that's
a calorie is not a calorie. No, it's not. It's I believe in macros in versus macros out.
What the fuck does that mean?
So what I mean is it's like depending on where your calories come from. So the macronutrients are important.
Yeah, calorie is not a calorie.
Yeah. So it's so macros in versus calories out.
I'll tell people what. Okay, calorie in versus calorie out is only important if your only goal is to lose weight.
Yes.
If you're like 200 pounds and you want to get to 180 and you don't care what the fuck you look like, then calorie is a calorie. You can eat fucking Oreos. As long as you're in a deficit, you're going to lose that 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to look better and you're just trying to lose fat, then calorie is not a fucking calorie, and the micronutrients and macro makeup of your foods matter.
Yes, especially when you're talking about building a physique as well.
Yeah, because you want to. The key to looking good. When you guys see these people on the beach and they fucking look great, and you're like, I want to look like my favorite Instagram guy or my favorite. It's not just losing fat. You guys are missing the other half of the equation. The goal is to gain as much muscle as you can while losing fat.
Yes.
And if you're eating fucking Oreos every day, it's
about body composition. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think a calorie is a calorie, then you're not putting on the right amount of muscle. You need to maximize the foods you're eating to put on as much muscle as possible.
Exactly. Like, I mean, if you eat, say, 3,500 calories a day from sugar versus 3,500 calories a day of like adequate protein, carbohydrates, and fats, it's going to be a totally different look.
Yeah, you're going to look like a bag of shit.
Yeah.
What's better, having a wank or a wet dream?
Oh, definitely a wank.
Yeah, who the fuck enjoys a wet dream? It's like
it's like wet dream. You're not even aware of it. You just wake up like I've come. But
come on, Cole D 1981. It's a shit question.
Right.
What is your favorite body part to train? Additionally, what is your favorite exercise for your favorite body part to train?
I don't really have a favorite body part.
Come on. Really?
No, I don't.
You like training arms just as much as training legs?
No, but I like training everything the same except arms. I find it boring. Like training back, chest, legs, they're all great fun.
I like training. Okay. Fun factor, not having to focus. Chest is my favorite.
Yeah.
Fun factor, putting myself through hell. Legs is my favorite.
Yeah.
Back, I've fallen out of love with it a little bit.
Really? Why?
I think it's because I got this nagging fucking thing in my rear delt. It's like keeping me from actually enjoying my back training.
Yeah, my left shoulder's a bit like this at the moment. It's just, it feels, the pain just keeps moving around.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't hurt when I press. And then after training chest, it's horrible. And then I wake up the next morning and it's okay. And then I train back and then the pain shifted somewhere else.
I'm terrified of mine because I took a picture of my back shot and there's like a hole under my left delt. And I'm like, did I tear something else and not even realize it? So I'm actually going to get an ultrasound on Tuesday to figure out what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know. This shit's getting hard, man. And at fucking 41 years old, I don't know how Dexter does it. Well,
he's black, which is racist. No, he's not a human being. I've decided he is definitely a vampire.
I think some people got offended when you said black guys look better or look prettier or whatever the fuck we were talking about. I think I got a few DMs from people who were like, yeah, what about this guy? And what about that guy? What about like Gary Stridham? And what about, you know what I mean?
Okay, but my main point was the majority of black bodybuilders, the majority, not the outliers.
Yeah, I know.
The extremes, the majority have much overall more pleasing physiques.
Hey, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I think some people got offended.
There's nothing offensive about that. It's just pretty much the way it is.
Yeah, but they're like,
very rarely you see a black guy like, oh, his physique's so ugly.
Yeah, but that's offensive to some white people because they're like,
white guys off. I'm white and I'm shit. Fuck off. Like if you want to go and look at a really horrible black physique, go and look at Kevin English. There you go.
What about brown guys? They got pretty fucking nice physiques.
Yeah, they do.
Look
Do
at
you know, that's one thing I've noticed as well. Very recently, like I've always noticed that the kind of the Middle Eastern guys,
Yeah.
myself, always have incredible abs.
except me.
No, but you do. But you do have like your abs are so
My
symmetrical.
abs are
Nice.
they're pretty good. Yeah,
Very
they're just
nice. They look good, and it's like I've noticed a lot of Asian guys, specifically like more Koreans.
Asian guys have the most symmetrical physiques.
No, their quads are insane. Their legs, their upper bodies are really average.
But is it because
or even a little bit shit? And then they're compared to their legs, like they have. Do you know what I mean? Like if they had average legs with their upper body, but they're pretty good. Yeah. They have phenomenal legs.
I know.
Okay, upper bodies.
I noticed that the quads and the calves are just thick as fuck. Is it because they're shorter though?
I don't know.
Short guys have big legs.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever seen a short guy with small legs? David Henry has smaller legs.
Yeah.
Usually short guys have big legs though.
They look bigger, yeah, because they're a bit short.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Usually, Asian guys are a little bit shorter.
But they are just... But
is that racist?
No, I don't think so. But they are just
might be a sprinkle.
They are just freakishly big.
Yeah, some of the craziest quads I've seen are on Asian guys.
Yeah.
So what have we established here? Arab guys are great.
They do have incredible physiques. It's true.
Brown guys are great. Black guys are really pretty. White guys are really thick and rugged looking. Asian guys have huge legs.
Yep.
What do Mexican guys have?
Mustaches, really small mustaches.
We just lost our whole fucking Mexican fan base. They're just gone.
I think Mexican.
I don't know any Mexican bodybuilders.
Well, I think let's just say Latin.
Unless you if you say men's physique, because I think Jeremy Potvin.
No, but if you just say if you say like the Latin guys.
Okay, who's Latin?
I've completely forgotten the names. Fuck, I've just gone blank.
Well, Lila Brada's Cuban.
Well, what I'm kind of getting at, they're a bit more like the kind of Middle Eastern guys. They're just generally very good. They don't have like a standout feature.
The only Latin guy I can think of is Lila Brada.
No, I'm talking like Mexican, Brazilian as well. I'm talking everyone.
Yeah, Latin, but encompasses Cuban. You disappeared.
Oh God,
you disappeared. Say that again.
Won Tampa last year. Is it Alexis Rivera?
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, he's great.
Well, just Justin Rodriguez as well. He's got a very nice physique.
Justin Rodriguez. Oh yeah, he does too. Yeah, that's right. Well, and then you have all the Dominican guys like fucking what's his name?
Victor Martinez.
Victor Martinez. That's what I was looking for.
So like all of these guys, they're just very much like Arab guys in terms of they're very, very balanced. There's not really anything.
Why do you think black and white guys have such a distinct look?
I would say, actually, I don't. I think everyone has a distinct look.
No, because if you're right about what you're saying, Asian guys usually have very symmetrical bodies with bigger legs.
But Arab guys, they do have a certain look about them as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Actually, one thing I don't know. Again, we can get slammed for this. I don't find a lot of like Middle Eastern guys have particularly good backs.
What are you talking about? That's like the number one thing they have.
No, it's just I don't think it is.
I think number one thing Arab guys
really, because I always think they're like their legs and they're from the front, they're insane, and they're always just not quite as good. They're just their back in general.
You ever see Samir Banut's back?
Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of thinking more. I'm just thinking about actually all the ones.
You're thinking of like Rami because his back.
No, I'm thinking of more the modern kind of guys.
Like me, I have a huge back. What are you talking about?
No, you don't. You just said it's got a hole in it. No, I mean like I'm just thinking more of the modern guys.
I don't know, like who? Like name somebody.
I can't think of any because I follow some of these like Middle Eastern pages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where they just post up these freaks from like.
I find that
I'm always like from the front. I'm always like, that's Mr. Olympia. And when they turn around, like, okay, well they're not quite as good from the back. They're still insane.
Hadi's back.
It's not his best body part by far.
Come on, it's thick as fuck.
I think he's way better from the front.
No.
I think that one of the reasons why he's so insane from the back is because of his legs.
Okay,
like his back's good, but his back is arguably not as good as the rest of him.
I think Arab guys, I shouldn't say Arab, I should say brown guys are equal to white guys. They just have a thick physique.
Yeah, but I think they have more of a distinct feature. Like they have a distinct. It's
distinct
like the things that. So when it comes to the back thing, I think what I'm trying to say is that they look insane, but their back isn't retarded. It's like, it's good. It's just not as impressive as the rest. However, because so many of them seem to be like that, that seems to be like the thing. Just like all the Asian guys, all of them have insane quads.
I disagree about the back, but you also we're gonna get roasted for being racist, and you also said retarded. You can't say retarded
That's
anymore.
what I like, mate. No, but it's like I started to explain because I'm just gonna see if I can follow one of these pages because I think Middle Eastern guys are like insane. Like
I just don't see the weak back thing. I really don't.
No, I'm not saying they don't have weak backs. That's not what I'm saying. I don't say they have weak backs. They don't have like they're so insane. Like every body part stands out as insane.
Yeah.
Their backs don't. Like when I see Hardy, I don't look at Hardy and go, wow, his back is insane.
I don't think you're right about that. I don't think their backs are especially better than the rest.
But that's what I mean. They're all but
the one character
quite as good as the rest of them.
The one characteristic I think about brown guys is this is the way I characterize myself. Nothing stands out.
Yeah.
It's just good, but nothing is like, whoa, look at this body. Yeah.
But,
you know what I mean? And a lot of brown guys are like that.
But then a lot of the brown guys have the insane midsections. The abs.
They don't usually have small midsections, but
they
have really developed abs.
I always notice a lot of them have very nice, like they might not have the biggest legs, but they have their legs always look good.
Good legs, yeah.
And that's why. So when you have incredible midsection, incredible quads, and then when they turn around, their back isn't as freaky as those body parts. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah.
So let's say that every body part's 100. Their backs are like 85, 90.
I disagree.
Okay. But then that might be. But then again, maybe that's why like people say like Dorian, like the rest of him was like 90 and his back was 100.
Yeah,
that's why his back stood out so much.
I'm trying to think of like a brown. Like I don't think Hottie's back has been like his worst body part.
No, it's not. But it's not like. But he arguably like from the waist.
I think this is the thing. Is what I'm trying to say is all the body parts are 100. So nothing stands out.
Yeah, maybe.
Like when I look at,
I kind of know what I mean. I'm trying to find one of these pages.
When I look at Hottie's physique, I'm like, okay, everything is there, but nothing is like. If he's not like his conditioning is what blows your mind, but it's not. It's not that any one body part stands out from any other.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like same thing with Rami, but Rami's just so big. You're like, I've never seen quads that big before.
Yeah,
but. It's the same size as his back.
I'm trying to find some of these pages because it's like I see guys come to be unknown. Like I don't know what the names are.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I see pictures, I'm like, fuck. They just like they have so many standout body parts, but maybe it's never the back that stands out, and maybe everything else catches my eye more than their backs. No, I mean it sounds like I'm saying they have shit backs. That's not what I'm saying.
No. I get what you're saying. I just don't. What my characteristic I put on brown guys is nothing is ever stand out
except their midsections always like the abs they always have.
They have thick abs, yeah.
They have really nice symmetrical abs.
Yeah.
But no, I know what you mean. But I think the
like every bodybuilder has a crazy like Dorian, massive back, like Ben Pekulski, massive legs, like fucking massive back. Okay, so everybody has a thing. You know, if you look at Evan, it's like crazy fucking shoulders and arms, like.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to me then. So my back is my best body part. Let's say.
Yeah.
But it's because the rest of me, let's say the rest of me is 90 and my back's 100.
Yeah. But that's
when I look at a lot of these like these kind of Arab guys and the brown guys, their entire physique is 100. Their back's 90.
Yeah. See, I don't see it that way. I see as their entire physique being 95.
Maybe that's fair.
Nothing is just glaring like, wow, look at that body part, right? Like you look at Rolly, you're like, look at his fucking arms. You look at like, you can pick out a whole bunch of bodybuilders and find one thing that's just insane.
Yeah.
When it comes to brown guys, I'm usually like, they're just fit together really well.
Yeah, they always look. They generally head to toe are the best. Like, well, I don't know.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say the best.
No. I mean, in terms of like
proportion.
Overall. So we're saying overall they're genetically.
Their proportions, yeah.
Because I think that's why with black guys versus white guys. When I was saying one last time, when you see a white guy that has insane symmetry, that's quite rare.
Yeah.
Just like when you see a black guy that's massive and a freak with not as much aesthetics, that doesn't really happen.
I agree.
You know, you very rarely see.
I can't think of a massive black guy that doesn't have aesthetics.
Yeah, but exactly, right? So Kai probably pushed it the furthest, and he still looks insane.
Yeah. Can you think of a black guy that's massive? It doesn't have a good shape.
No. You can think of plenty of white guys that kind of go that way.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is interesting. It's like, I think it's good to talk about because I think to ignore the racial traits of everyone is like,
we're probably overgeneralizing, but
we are. We're just
yeah.
we are looking at what we generally see. We're not
Yeah.
talking. We're completely ignoring the outliers and the extremes.
Yeah,
When I just said Kai, just said everyone's going to be, what about Ronnie Coleman? Yeah, obviously, we're not talking about that. So, right.
Let's see here. You talk about guys being a little off, included yourself. Do you or have ever felt 100% on what show? This guy's asking if you've ever felt 100% on.
I felt pretty close at the Arnold. I think it showed in my stage presence.
I've been 100% on. I've been 100% on, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But that's because I get in my own fucking head a lot.
Yeah. See, you probably have been 100% on more often, but in your head, you're not.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
No?
Like, I look at the Flex Pro in 2011. I was probably 100% on. I look at the Vancouver Pro in 2015, 100% on. Maybe the Orlando Pro. That's it, though. The rest, I was either a little flat or I was a little watery or there's always something. Like, I never fucking... Oh, maybe 07. 07, I nailed the Montreal Pro. Yeah, it's weird. I have a lot of fucking hang-ups, so mentally, and they fucking get in the way of just being able to do the work.
Yeah, I would say, but for me, the Arnold, I was pretty confident, and Tampa as well a little bit.
Yeah, just say you're a little flat in Tampa. I mean, I've had a lot of those where I was like, yeah, it's close, but like, when you're pumping up and you're like, yeah, I fucking nailed this one. Like, you know the feeling.
That's what I was like at the Arnold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys think you would have done well in bodybuilding with your genetics if you never decide? He said deceived, but I think he means decided to use steroids.
No.
Do you think you would have been a good bodybuilder without steroids? I don't know.
That's like saying, well, it's part of it, isn't it?
I think I'll answer.
Let's just say if everyone on Earth,
that's what I was going to answer.
They didn't exist, then I think so. Yes.
Let's just say this: if everybody was off steroids, we would still be in the same position.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Will Luke Sandoe shave everything but keep his mustache? Are you going to do the Movember thing? Do you guys do that in the UK?
Well, let's just say obviously not, because it's the 8th of November and I have a beard, so obviously fucking not.
But you're not going to go for it now?
Why the fuck would I just that's not really, that's like, oh, fuck it, halfway. That's not committing, is it? Halfway into No.
If you guys weren't bodybuilding, what would you be doing?
Hopefully playing drums and touring and doing fun stuff like that.
I wouldn't be doing anything cool. I'd probably be a cop. I think I would be a cop by now.
Really?
Yeah, because I went to school for. I went to school for criminology. I was going to be a police officer. Okay. I wanted to be like SWAT team, like the whole fucking thing. That was like my whole thing.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I'm bodybuilding instead.
All right, what else we got? Go to food choices for the final weeks of prep. Just the same as always. Just the normal.
What's the question?
Go to food choices for the final weeks of prep.
They don't change.
They never change.
Chicken, egg whites, fish,
vegetables.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Question for both of you: when you guys eventually do battle on stage again, who beats who, pose for pose? Go through all the mandatories one by one. Well, if my body doesn't fucking ever come back to normal, Luke will destroy me and I probably won't even get on stage. So for me, I'm at the point in my career where I'm like, let's just get through a workout.
Yeah.
That's like where I'm at.
Well,
honestly.
I mean, all jokes aside, when you're in your prime, which is a fucking long time ago now, mate.
No, it's only 5 years. 5 years.
You were one of my favorite bodybuilders for a very long time.
I actually, it's funny when you get like a few months away from something, you think you're fucking done. If you look back, I'll post some pictures. I'll see if I remember when I'm editing. I have pictures from like May when I was getting ready for Toronto.
Yeah.
I was like, I think this is going to end up pretty good. Like I was nervous during my prep, but as the weeks went by, I was like, I think I'm going to fucking end up doing pretty well. And then I got hurt. So it just depends how healthy I can stay, really.
Yeah.
How was Luke's first time with a girl?
Right, okay. So let's just tell the full story, shall I? I won't tell you who it was. But I remember I was really young.
How old?
I think I was 13.
You had sex at 13?
My daughter was born when I was 15.
Oh, that's true.
So
you were busy early.
Yeah. So yeah. So I remember we were sat in her garden and her mum was away. We were sat in the garden in the middle of summer, and her mum had this like box of red wine sitting on the kitchen counter. Yeah. And I just picked it up and just drank half of it. Yeah. To try and be tough and cool and impress her. Yeah. And she was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "You know what I want to do."
How old was she?
She's the same age, exactly the same age. Okay. Age. And I was like, "You know what I want to do." Yeah. And she was like, "Yeah." And then we did it. And then afterwards, I just remember being sick, like a lot.
Oh, because of the wine. Because of the
wine. We did it, and afterwards, I was like, "It wasn't that good."
No.
The first time, it wasn't like it was weird. It wasn't quite what I expected.
I thought it was fucking great.
It was like, I think it took me a good few more attempts before we.
I was extremely happy the first time, even though it was only like 3 minutes, maybe 2. Might have been 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was about that. I mean, I don't remember because I was really drunk, and I think it was the first time I'd ever drank anything.
I still remember exactly. I wasn't drunk. I was sober. Yeah. But it was literally 2 minutes, and I was like, "This is great." And then
this is great. I remember.
But I was 17.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I was pretty young. Yeah. And I just remember just afterwards, it was just like we were both just completely normal. It was like, we did it, and she was like, "Yeah, we did it."
And then when did you do it the next time?
I can't remember.
Was she your first?
Yeah.
She was your first. Were you her first?
Yeah, I think so.
13.
I fucking hope so.
At 13, I would hope so.
We must have been really fucking bored because like 13's really young.
See, my first, I wasn't her first, so it
maybe
sucked.
I was either 13 or maybe 14. I must have been 13, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
Horrible.
She was my first, but I wasn't her first, so that fucking dynamic sucked balls really badly.
Why? Because you needed to know to perform.
Well, because then there's a whole bunch of other guys that came before you, and you're like...
A whole bunch. But you know what? That's the way it is these days. It's like you're never like I'm never gonna meet a girl like any woman I ever meet now is gonna have fucked a lot of other. Well, not a lot, but she's gonna.
Yeah, but that's because you're fucking 31. I'm saying when you're in your teens.
I know. So I think it's like that's just normal. That's just the way it is.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's get down to some nitty gritty facts. What is the highest number you would say no to?
What do you mean?
Like if a girl came along and you liked her a lot.
I wouldn't. I see. I'm not really.
I know you're not going to ask, but let's say you did ask. Let's say it came out. Let's say she just offered.
You know what?
Let's say she just offered up the information. She was like, "Luke, I really like you, but I want to let you know that I've been with 50 guys."
I mean, that's a lot. Why are you like that? What the fuck? Because, it sounds really bad, but I think it's more like.
Why you like that? That's what you say to her.
Why I like this. I don't know because it'd be so horrible to like really have feelings for somebody and then finding that out because if your feelings are strong enough.
But she would say, "But Luke, I really love you, and this was a long time ago, and my past is my past."
If she said 50, I'd be like, "Well, I've beaten you, so how do you feel about that?" Whether it's true or not, I'd still say that.
No, but I'm being serious. Would you be able if she said,
I honestly don't know because
I went through a really rough period in my 20s, and it's all out of my system now, and I'm good.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Depends what she was as well. What she was like, I'm 35.
She's your age. She's
31. Yeah, I mean, if she was like, I'm 25.
Okay, what about this scenario? What if you meet this girl and you're fucking like, oh, she's the one. You call me, you're like, she's the one. That's it. I'm staying with her. And then,
I said that before.
Yeah, I know you did. and then she says to you, Luke, I love you, but I got to tell you something. This one time I had a gangbang with 4 guys.
Well, why are you telling me that? I'm like, okay.
I just thought
I kind of be like, how was it? Kind of, I'd probably be like, okay.
How was it? That's what you would say?
Probably.
Okay, and then she says, it was fucking awesome, and I liked it a lot. But don't worry, I'm not going to do it again. I'm in love with you. I guess
like everyone has a past, don't they? It's hard. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I would probably not be happy with it.
Yeah, I think it would be tough. Yeah.
Really tough. It's never happened.
Could you go on though? Could you be like, you know what, it's okay?
I don't know, because if you imagine falling in love with somebody and having like kids with them, and you're like, your mum's disgusting, or at least she was. Do you know what I mean?
But she's good though. It's the only time she's ever done it. Everything before was normal, and everything after has been normal.
Yeah,
But she had she got really drunk one night and had an episode with like 4 dudes.
Yeah, I still think it's a bit. I don't know. It says a lot about a person, doesn't it? I don't know.
Not really. That's not fair, Luke.
I honestly don't know. No, I mean, it's like if you're prepared to do that, then you have that side to you.
Not really. You should be more open-minded.
I am being open-minded. I'm not saying no.
Yeah, but you're not saying yes.
No, because it depends on the rest of the puzzle.
What's the rest?
Maybe I'd just be like, no, I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's like, because everyone's done shit like that. I mean, I've done shit that's pretty bad.
Have you?
Yeah. So, yeah, I played in a band for a long time. So I mean, I get it, because some people just, I think the other thing is as well, when you're in a relationship, it's like the whole sex thing is a big difference.
What do you mean?
When you have feelings for somebody, like the whole sexual thing is 10 times different.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like
you mean you're actually banging?
So you can have average sex with somebody you love,
yeah,
and just because the way you feel about them, it's incredible.
Yeah,
you can have the same sex with somebody you don't even know, and it would be shit.
Yeah, horrible.
But it could be physically feel exactly the same.
What if you had insane sex with somebody that you didn't like?
Well, that happens, doesn't it? That does happen, but that's because of the whole physical side of things. But what I'm saying is, it's like when you do like somebody, everything's better anyway. So that's somebody you love.
I think that's the difference between guys and girls, maybe.
Maybe.
Guys can have insane sex with someone they don't care about.
I think girls can as well. I'm sure they can.
Yeah, but majority of girls will have better sex with somebody, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think
the girls out there can let us know. But I think more girls would have better sex with somebody they were emotionally attached to.
I think we're the same with guys as well. I think when you're emotionally attached to somebody, you open up more and you do things that you'd never do with someone else.
Yeah, I agree with that personally, but I'm saying guys on a whole.
Yeah, maybe. I think guys pretend they're a lot more tough than they are. A lot of guys, we always pretend we're not as emotional as we are.
So you don't think? So you think guys and girls think of sex the same way? I disagree.
No, they do think it differently, but I think it's probably more similar than we'd like to believe.
I don't.
In terms of like things like men have a lot of sexual insecurities, just like women do.
That I agree with, but I think women have more of an emotional attachment to sex than guys do.
I think a lot of them do, yeah. Like good women do, certainly.
Women on a whole, like in general, probably have.
Okay,
more
yeah.
Of
I mean, I don't know, because from a personal perspective, like to me, it's just completely one way or the other. It's either it means something.
Why is it that when we're talking about race, you can generalize a fucking whole race of people, but when we're talking about male and female,
because I don't think
you're like, I like being racist, but I don't like,
because I don't think or feel like an entire race of people. I just know I just know me and what I see and like.
Yeah. And
when it comes to emotions, like I have all my emotions, and I've known what the particular women I've been like are. So I don't know if I can agree with you, because maybe I'm just more. I know more about this.
Well, we're not talking about women we've been with, though. We're talking about the gender, each gender as a whole.
I don't know.
I'm not talking about women I've been with or anything like that. I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because it's hard to make an assumption like that, because you can't just generalize an entire all women.
But you just generalized entire races of people when it came to bodybuilding.
We were talking about bodybuilding. We're not talking about fucking sex, are we? We're talking about literally. And there's so many things that we can look at and see to make those generalizations. We can't do that with women because we don't know.
We have,
like, we're both professional bodybuilders.
Yeah.
We're both men.
Yeah.
You're brown, I'm white. We both have the same eyes. You've seen the same amount of white people, black people, brown people, Asian people.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can make a pretty general assumption.
Yeah, but we've both been with women. We both have girlfriends. We both know a lot of other girls that we're friends.
The women that I know personally and have been with, like, I know that some of them have a completely different between feeling something and just the physical, just like men do.
I agree with you.
Fuck a guy and not care, just as easily as they can have sex with somebody in it, and they have the emotional side as well, just like men do.
Okay, then maybe my experiences are different, because for the most part, most of the women I've met or know in my life have more of an emotional attachment, or like sex to have more of an emotional attachment than men do.
Yes, what I'm thinking.
Most of the guys I know don't give a fuck if they're emotionally attached or not.
Yeah, I would say that's true. But I also think, like, equally, men crave to be with someone special as much.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, I think that men.
but I think a lot of men pretend they're not. They pretend they're like more
No,
masculine.
men want to be loved. But if you told a guy, hey, that girl over there in the corner wants to fuck you, go fuck her, he would go fuck her. He wouldn't care if he knew her or not.
Yeah, that is true. I think that is true. But
whereas most women wouldn't do that. If you said to a woman, hey, that guy over there in the corner wants to fuck you, go fuck him, she'd be like,
I think that's true. And I think one of the reasons why I kind of know that is because I've got a few friends that are gay, and I was speaking to one of them about Grindr once.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you just meet somebody on Grindr, you go fuck them and leave. I was like, what? I was like, that doesn't happen, and like straight people don't do that, as far as I know.
Well, they do. It's called Tinder.
Yeah, but it's not quite that. They don't they won't even talk. They'll just meet somewhere even in public, just fucking public, and go home. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no dating, there's no talking, there's no romance, there's no getting to know each other, none of that.
Because it's two guys and they know exactly what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my whole point. So you just made my point.
No, that's what I think. So I said that's probably a better way to explain it would be using that as an example.
Yeah. All right. So now we've established that men are barbarians and women have hearts.
Yeah. I would say that's I'd agree.
There's a lot of women that listen to this show, Luke.
None of them speak to me.
I'm telling you, I get messages all the time. Oh,
Huh? Why do I get none?
Because they're trying to bet you're trying to get something that you're trying to find somebody that likes anal and they're not want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably true. But that's good then, because the ones that will inbox me, they know what to expect. Yeah, good.
We're weeding them out ahead of time.
Well, I'm weeding out there's none of them. There's none. So, just checking my inbox now. Yeah, still empty. Good.
Luke, hey, before you go, because we've been on for a couple hours now. So
I know I've just got a text. I'm actually training. I'm training with George Peterson, Arnold Classic physique champion.
Jordan Peterson.
George Peterson.
Why is that? Oh, George Peterson, the bull.
Yeah. So Joe Bennett's going to put us through legs in about 30 minutes.
You think he's going to kill you or what?
Yeah, because Joe likes to do shit that hurts.
Yeah, I think George is going to handle it probably no problem.
So will I.
I only say this because he's smaller, and smaller muscle has more endurance.
Well, I've been doing a lot of Joe's leg training anyway, so I'm kind of getting used to it.
So you're getting used to it? Oh, I got to go to you know what? I got to go to Texas next week, and I'm not sure yet, but I think they're going to put me through a workout with Branch, and I'm a little bit scared.
Oh, don't it? It'll be fun.
This could be the end of my career as I know it.
I don't think anymore. Like
you cut out. You don't think Branch what?
I don't think he trains like super heavy. I think it's just like he'll train his way, you'll train your way. He'll just choose the pace.
No, I think he's going to make me do whatever he does, and I'm scared. But I'm excited at the same time.
It'd be fun.
I
want to see that. Also, you have a really good squat. Like it looks really good.
I like squatting a lot. It's my favorite thing.
It's like, but you squat really comfortably. Like you even get under a bar comfortably. You squat perfectly up and down.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just like when I work on it, like you fucker, because mine is terrible.
Yours looks. It's crazy how much stronger you are than me, but it looks like a lot more effort. Not actually lifting the weight, but the motion looks like it's not comfortable.
Safety squats are fine. Safety squats I'm fine with, and that's why I hack squat. Because hack squat's something I can get in, and I can use my actual strength. I
think I found a new love for hack squats.
I love hack squats.
Yeah, I got away from them for a little while, and I'm like, my pumps have been way better.
Yeah.
But I squat and hack squat in the same workout. I noticed that's the killer.
I don't.
No?
No, just because.
Never?
No, because.
Okay, I'm telling everybody who's listening out there, if you fucking do 2 squat movements in one workout, your legs will grow.
I'm sure they will. The reason I don't is just my lower back can't handle it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because I train heavier, I guess. So if I'm doing safety bars,
just to throw that dig in there.
What I mean is, it's like you're using 4 plates, and I'll use 6, and then if I have to go and say do like hack squat after, that's gonna be heavy too.
Yeah.
And by the time I get to hack squat, my lower back will be so jacked up that I can't do it.
Yeah, but your lower back will get conditioned to that. You know that, right?
It never has.
Really?
No, because remember, like I'll do a lot of rowing movements in the week as well, and I train. That's why I've started training hamstrings separately. So a lot of the time I might squat with hamstrings instead.
Yeah, I've done that.
So I'll do that because.
You know what I found?
Otherwise, I'm just loading my lower back too frequently.
I found if you use slower negatives, if you put squats on hamstring day, but you do slower negatives, it fucking kills your hamstrings.
I like using a cambered bar. You know, the
Oh yeah.
holding the bottom, and I get a really wide stance and sit really deep. Because I can push the weight forward with my hands, it keeps me bolt upright.
Yeah.
I sit really deep and straight into my glutes.
And you build your adductors that way too, eh?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, before you go, question. I'm thinking about buying a Raptor. What do you think?
They're so sick.
I got a Yukon right now. I don't know if you see my Yukon all jacked up and shit. It's pretty sweet. Like, it's a Denali.
Is it the Raptor? Is it F-150?
Yeah.
I love them.
You think I'd get one?
I think you definitely should.
Okay, in the comments below, tell me whether you guys think I should keep my Yukon Denali, jacked up, lifted, big tires.
But are you gonna do the same thing to the Raptor?
No, that's the problem, because I've lifted like 4 different vehicles now and put big ass tires on them, and every time after like 30,000 kilometers, just to fuck with the suspension.
Oh, really?
So I thought if I just buy the Raptor, I can like do a little cosmetic stuff to it, but not like lift it.
I've got a Ranger. And it looks pretty much like a Raptor, except more condensed. And it's
I've seen it. It's nice.
It is nice. It's just because we can't have the big jacked up trucks in the UK.
The roads are too small, eh?
Yeah. Because we've actually just had the Ranger Raptor come out in the UK. It's a slightly smaller version. It's so nice. Yeah. I'm really tempted to upgrade it. But
how do you fit in that? You're too big for that truck. I find the F-150 too small.
No, it's okay. It's
really, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than a car.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so I should do it.
One of the things I hate about cars is I hate having to like get down into them to sit down.
I know.
I hate that.
Try getting in and out of my Corvette.
See, I don't think I'd ever get a sports car. I'm just not interested at all.
Really?
Get a Tesla.
You don't want to get a sport. You never have any aspiration to get any type of exotic car, nice sports car, muscle car.
I would get a stupidly quick Tesla, the one that's coming out next year.
Well, I know the performance is better, but it's not.
No, because that's what I mean. I'm not an engine guy. I don't give a shit about cars. I don't give a shit about engines. I don't care.
Yeah.
However, a Tesla is like a go-kart to me. It's just a toy. It's just a gadget.
Yeah. It's fast.
That's cool.
But it doesn't look cool like a fucking I could see you in a challenge, like a Dodge Challenger or something.
Yeah, I know, but
anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so get the Raptor. That's what we're saying.
I would definitely get the Raptor. They're my favorite trucks.
Black or dark gray?
I don't know.
I know black gets dirty easy. That's the only reason I'm thinking about
dark gray. See, I was actually going back to the color of the mine. Mine's black. I was actually thinking about getting it wrapped.
In what, charcoal?
Either a matte gray.
Yeah.
A matte gray, like a gunmetal gray, or a matte black.
Yeah, I know you're talking. Get the matte gray. I like that color.
Yeah,
like the Nardo gray. It's almost like a battleship gray.
Yeah, like gunmetal gray. Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't help me though.
That'd be sick. So I'm saying gray. I like gray, but it depends. So basically, is it going to be? Are these the factory colors or are these
factory colors? Oh, that's the other thing. I don't think those things. I don't think you can drive them through a car wash.
Why?
Because they're too wide.
Oh, really?
I think some car washes you can't take them through.
How come you can drive yours through now?
Because it's not wider, just got bigger tires.
Oh, okay.
It's the same width.
But it depends because I think black because I think the gray is not as nice as the factory one. I
think the black's the nicest, and you just have to put up with cleaning it.
Yeah, and I think gray only looks nice when it's matte.
Gray's nice. Yeah, I could see with that.
That kind of satin gray. It's like not shiny, but it's not matte. It's like somewhere.
They don't make that. I wanted that. They don't make that anymore.
Ah, fuck.
It's called Avalanche. I was like, that's what exactly when I went there. I said, you guys still have the Avalanche Raptor. Like they stopped making it in 2018.
Ah, you fuckers.
That's right. And I don't want to buy a used one.
Okay, I was about to say, when are you trying to get another one?
No.
Right, I've got to go now anyway because I'm about to be picked up for legs.
Okay, go train. Have a good workout. Tell everybody I said hi, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes. So when are we going to film next week? We're going to record next Monday?
I don't know. Can you guys handle a fucking another one in like 3 days?
So it will either have to be Monday or Wednesday. Tuesday night I'm going to Dorian's Generation I movie.
Let's do Wednesday, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So,
okay. All right, brother. Talk to you later. Man. Bye.
Bye-bye.